Hi YWAM family, I'm Jason Hershey. I'm the base director at Youth with a Mission, Washington DC. The mission's based here in our nation's capital. I'm actually standing here on the National Mall this morning outside of David's Tent DC, which is really our missions-based primary outreach project. David's Tent is simply a place of 24/7 worship, prayer, intercessory prayer, and evangelism. We're open at all hours, day and night, no matter the season or the weather, to minister to whoever might stop by. I've been feeling recently from the Lord that I'm to, like the Macedonian man, beckon the YWAM family within the borders of the United States to come together and partner with us here in Washington, DC in 2020 to help us here at David's Tent. Now the adage is, once a YWAMer, always a YWAMer. I sure hope that's the case. Hopefully the way we met Jesus in our DTS, his nature and character, relationship with God, hearing his voice, and the fear of the Lord, walking in obedience to him, hopefully that remains in our hearts for the rest of our lives. And so reaching out to those of us that have been discipled and grown up in YWAM across the United States, I want to beckon us to come together to help us here in DC keep this place going day and night as a processional through the whole year of 2020. Nehemiah, his wisdom was that each family had a spot on the wall that they were to watch. So we felt from the Lord that we were to split up the calendar in 2020, that each state would be responsible for 1 week here at David's Tent, and we're mobilizing people from that state to steward David's Tent here in DC each week. So 50 states plus a week for DC and First Nations Native Americans, we end up with a full 52-week year. And so if you could go to the YWAM DC or davidstentdc.org websites, you'll find the calendar there of which week is your state's week. Email us for more information, but please make a mission trip to Washington, DC. If you're a current YWAMer, please bring people from your base for the week that is your state's. Mobilize the worship leaders around you. I can see this being a place of great unity as you take people from your state on a missions trip to Washington, DC to steward this tabernacle in such a pivotal hinge year in 2020. Hopefully you'll go home with greater unity with the people from your state than when you came. That God would meet you and bind your hearts together while you're here as well. So YWAM family, we need your help in 2020. For more information, again, go to those websites, and I hope to see you here. It would be great to see YWAMers from every state in our nation's capital in 2020.